arm straight because we have the luxury of having a grip, but this grip doesn't last long. It's not quite as good with no-gi because of slippage and hand fighting on the other side. So I feel that it's a waste to bring the arm up. I don't need to do that. It's much easier, it's much more slippery to just bring my elbow through and try to go from left hand with pressure to now getting a secondary grip on his hand, and then bring my head through this window. When we bring the head through the window, again, we're using our legs. Legs got to do something too, so we bring him forward with the legs. I put the hand over my head. You will most likely start to lose this grip now, so it's either overhook or your clamp or your Williams wrap. And that's how we get that salsa breakdown. So one more time, we'll just go through this quickly. I'm able to get the scenario that my thumb is facing down, whatever that might be, whether it's just grabbing 2-on-1, whether it's peeling this one up and then re-grabbing, and now my left hand gets in and we pull. Create the friction, elbow comes up, second grip holds on the hand, and we bring our knees forward, pull the hands through, and we've locked in on our training partner and created our scenario or our setup for our entry for our guards. Ready? All right, we have another one that very similar to the salsa breakdown, but it kind of I call it a reverse Kimura grip, but let's just take a look at it. So, same scenario. This one I tend to use when someone is stalling, but it's the same scenario. I need a thumb down over grip of his wrist. That's what I need from this hand. There's really no posture control, although we could switch it back to a salsa. These two relate together. But again, these are generally created, this one especially, when someone is just stalling. They have even sometimes their hands locked together. He could have his hands locked in prayer position. He could have his hands palm to palm, and he's just dug in. His elbows are at the side of my hips, and he's not moving, and he doesn't care. There's no care whatsoever. I've attacked him maybe. Whatever it is, he's staying at home here. So again, cross grip goes on the wrist. Now, this is where it's a little different than the salsa, because there's going to be a method to get a very, very good grip with this hand. Right now, we're just going to grab any old way, and my forearm will be down. This hand, remember how we create space, not on the way up, on the way down. That's how I get this hand into place. To connect my right hand to my left, and both will be thumbed grips, I'm going to take and flare my elbow up. And that's where the hand will connect. It's extremely naive to think that I'm going to go in, grab my hand, and have this good grip based on his inefficiencies in a closed guard. If he's locked his elbows into your hips and he decides that he's not going to move, this arm isn't going through there without some tricks on my left arm. So we bridge up, we get the hand in, but his elbow is going to be tight. So instead of trying to bring my right hand to my left wrist, I'm going to bring my left wrist to my right hand. And so now let's take a look at just that, because this is very important. I have my overgrip of the wrist, thumbs facing the floor. We got our hand in, but I can't get my hand any further than that because his elbow is down. So I take my left wrist and join my right hand. And once the hands are joined, now we have some real efficiency to get to move my hip out and break down his grip. And this is why I call it a reverse Kimura. It's a completely wrong, Kimura is locked completely wrong. Unfortunately, I won't be able to finish him here. It does put a lot of pressure on the arm, but you're going to run out of steam because my left leg is pinned because I'm in the guard. It's pinned in there. But it is far enough to put it by my hip and move into my guards, whatever that might be. Now, if he hangs on, the more he locks his hands and the harder he hangs on, the more pressure is going to go onto his shoulder. If Kyle doesn't let his grip go, and he taps with his foot when he feels the pressure enough to tap, if I say, Kyle, please don't let your hands go, just tap if you feel pressure, the more pressure is going to ensue as he hangs on. And you see it broke the grip. Because if he hangs on anymore,
he stops his arm from moving, and then it will go on the shoulder. It's like running it. It's like having this isolated on a wall, and I'm just going to continue to turn. Without this moving and his arm turning, it can hurt his arm. So the only thing left to do is just to let go, and then the arm passes to where I want to. With that same scenario that we've talked about creating. Anytime somebody is hugging my waist, there's your guards. It's going to be Williams guard, it's going to be an overhook, or it's going to be clamp guard. One of those three that all can lead into what we want, our main goal is of the video. So one more time, just to take a look at the arm again. Again, it's thumb gripped, it's making space, hands in, connect the forearm, and now hips out. And then we turn the hips out using the stiff legged method, and then we place the hand, and now I let it go, and this leg comes up to where it needs to go to, or my opposite shin can come inside. Now, what can also happen with this technique is he can say, hey, I'm stuck in this gnarly move, so instead of my arm passing, he'll resist. If he is strong enough and he does resist, we just drag his arm. The more he pulls his hand into my stomach to try to bring this elbow back to good position, the easier it is to arm drag him. So when we're getting our hip out, the harder he closes his elbow, the easier it is for me to arm drag him. So your arm drag is going to be a second follow-up, and you may need it because, once again, if he doesn't, his arm's going to be on the outside. When you arm drag, you leave the grip, right hand comes out, hug the waist, and now we can go